This is where it all began. A small patch of Vermont woods, cleared for what would become my very first build on the property, the artist's cabin. I wanted to start with this build not just to create a space of my own, but to learn, to make all the mistakes, to figure out what works and what doesn't, and to just get my hands working before taking on the main cabin build. It started with, clearing, and then came the gravel, and a lot of it. Moving every single load up to the site by hand and wheelbarrow was pretty brutal. It wasn't easy and was probably one of the most physically demanding aspects of the build at that point. But it laid the foundation for everything that came next. First came the floor, and it took a couple days of figuring it out and understanding what I had to do, but I figured it out and the floor came together and it was pretty amazing. And then came the framing. This was the part that tested me the most at that point. Not just physically, but mentally. Figuring out every cut, the framing plan, the measurements, how the pieces would fit together. It wasn't easy. I had never done anything like it, and I certainly made a couple of mistakes during it, especially the first window header that I made, and then the order in which to put the walls up. But once those walls finally stood on their own, I was pretty dang proud of myself. And after that was sheathing, which was the first time that I'd actually had some help with it. My friend Mike came down, and honestly, very thankful that he did, because doing that by myself wouldn't have been easy. I mean, none of this has really been easy by myself, but I've been pretty adamant about trying to do it as much as I can by myself, and just kind of trying to learn everything and see what I am actually capable of. And once those walls were sheathed, it really started to look like a something. Now we're at the roof, and the roof has been its own challenge. Heavier lumber, upward angles, difficult cuts, working against the clock and the weather. It's honestly been one of the more trying aspects of it thus far. The bird mouth cuts really have given me a run for my money. But piece by piece, it's starting to take shape. And after a couple days off, I'm ready to finish up the roof. This cabin is going to start as a workshop, a place to store tools and create while I start the main build. But once that's all done, it's gonna become a creative studio, a space for ideas, projects, stories, all sorts of things. And there's still a lot left to do. I gotta actually finish putting up the roof rafters, sheathe the roof, and then wrap the walls and the roof as well. And then it's putting the windows and doors in. And that's gonna be a pretty big step. But for now, I'm pretty satisfied. It's far from finished, for sure. But this is only just the beginning of the much larger project. And I can't wait to keep building and keep sharing and making mistakes and bringing you all along for the ride. So, till next time, talk soon.